action refers to taking actions or making decisions that are guided by a deep sense of inner purpose, intuition, or passion. It's the idea that when you are inspired, you are more likely to act in alignment with your true desires, your true values, and your true goals. You see, our voice, our vision, and our work as artists and creatives matters more now than ever before. It's time for us, artists and creatives, to rise and together shape a brighter, more spiritually enriched world through the power of our creativity. So, taking inspired action is the most potent and powerful tool we have in creating. When we tap into that, there is no need to question the action because when we are inspired, we are now tapped into something bigger, greater, wider, deeper than our own thoughts or urges that come from our minds. We are tapped into a deeper sense of being. And in that state, the only thing to do then is to flow. So then, how do we do it? How do we take inspired action? Well, here are 3 ways that will best set you up and me as artists and creatives to take inspired action. The first way we can tap into taking inspired action is to check in with ourselves. What I mean is to check in with your deep down self, all the way to your core, to your God self, the part of you that is interconnected, interlaced with all there is. When we tap into this, we let all the fluff of what we truly don't want to do, say, write, or create, we let it go. You know, we've all had times in our lives when we just went along to get along. But somewhere in that experience, and when we really tapped into ourselves and we begin to question, why am I doing this? Why am I here? And we feel inspired to shift because it's not in alignment with who we really are or what we really want to be doing. That's inspired action because we shift, we do a different thing. So that is why one of the most potent ways to take inspired action is to check in deep down with the core of your being, your God self. All right. The second way to tap into taking inspired action is to let go of our egos or at least silence it as much as possible. Now, it can be in the car, but it absolutely cannot be in the driver's seat, as the ego is often drunk on itself. The ego can prove to be a relentless destroyer of inspiration and inner peace for us, artists and creatives. It infiltrates our creative process. It blocks the free flow current of inspired ideas and actions. And it just wreaks havoc. The ego is in the driver's seat of our creative journey. It will always foster and bring up self-doubt, comparison, and fear of failure, stifling our pure expression of creativity. So as artists, it is imperative that we recognize the ego's presence and not allow it to dictate the course of our creative endeavors. By acknowledging its existence and relegating it to a passenger seat rather than a driver's seat, we can reclaim our inspiration and regain the serenity required for truly authentic and meaningful artistic expression. In that space, we can more fully easily take inspired action. Now, here is the third and most powerful way I have for us today as artists and creatives to tapping in to taking inspired action. And it's simply by just doing it. Regardless of the nature of inspiration, it's essential not to overly question the eventual outcome, but to dive into the creative process with unwavering enthusiasm. Just do it. However, the key lies in ensuring that this act of doing comes from a place of authenticity and purity. When we trust our instincts and begin without overanalyzing it, we often find that the act of creation itself then becomes a catalyst for even more inspiration and more creative flow. It's a reminder that creativity breeds more creativity. And by taking that initial leap, we can tap into a wellspring of ideas and inspiration that might have remained untapped had we hesitated or doubted ourselves. Yeah. So listen, if you're an artist or a creative struggling to take that crucial step towards taking inspired action, consider working with me, Creatively Yours Maisha, one-on-one. Together, we can reignite your creative spark, overcoming any obstacles that we find, right? And renew your courage and inspiration needed for your journey. To get started, you can find the link to reach me down in the comment section below, and we can get you taking action. Don't let your creativity sit buried, dormant. It's time. The time is now. So let's embark on this creative adventure together. Peace, y'all.